There, beautiful souls. Welcome back, or welcome to the Hawk and I. My name is Lana Zelinsky, and I work in the spirit dimensions. As always, in all my videos or on my live feeds, simply take what resonates. And you're welcome to leave the rest right here. Got some curl stuff going on here. There we go. There we go. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Here we are. What a glorious energy to wake up to. I'm talking today a little bit about this whole cosmic reset. What a powerful full moon last night with that partial lunar eclipse. I am just in a state of wow with my channeling this morning, and I'm really excited to share it. So here, let's jump right in. I'm also watching my phone again for this whole bus. The bus is running late again for my daughter, so I just have to kind of keep a glance, make sure that she got on that okay. Last night's energy. I'm just curious a little bit on how many of you are feeling this shift, this powerful, powerful shift that's moving through, feeling of changes, feeling of bliss, yet the desire to take action. There's a lot that's coming in the next couple of weeks, and I cannot wait to do deeper channeling over the weekend and to see what else I get. There is a warm, sincere reinforcement of energy that's coming in, and it feels like I'm going to describe it to you a little bit. And we talked a bit about this on Monday. This feeling of um I think Mandy was the one that said it, with just kind of like less desire to get involved in stuff that's no longer resonating with us. Like there's just this greater than my earthbound essence energy that's just kind of pushing us into that allowing space. Big allowing energy is moving through. There's this force coming in with this cosmic shift with that full moon last night and that partial lunar eclipse that is moving us into greater and deeper. So things that may come up for you for the next couple of days is there's going to be less of a reaction within you. I feel like that reactive energy, that knee jerk energy, that desire to really get involved in things that are none of your business, or things that need to step back that are stepping back from you. I feel like there's this ease. There's an easier flow. Something may come up for you in the next couple of days, and it's like, yeah, okay, wishing you well, right? I feel like there's an ease with that coming in. I feel like we're coming into a space of allowing that cosmic reset with less resistance. There's a less resistance energy that's kind of pushing us deeper and deeper and deeper. And I'm even having trouble explaining it on how I channeled it and what I tapped into. But I just keep note on how your reactions are. Are you less upset when something doesn't go as you expected, or if there's a disappointment, with other people? I feel like there's less of this pull of getting into that. It's okay. It's okay that I don't have to get involved in that. That's going to really be pushing through. Now, what happened, and so just kind of watch. And what happens is, because sometimes our brain does kick in with, I have to get involved and I have to do this. But you're going to feel this push the other way of, no, I don't. It's time to let that go. And there's almost like this ease or this readiness to say, yeah, that's good. I've had enough, and I'm good with that now. That's really being served up to us on a silver platter. And one thing that we have to really acknowledge, that we do have the choice in that, right? So we have choice and free will always. But what I also want to tap into is this whole feeling of, it's okay to step back and step out. You can put down guilt. You can put down that whole space of I have to, or obligation. You're not. And there's a settling down with that. And I can't wait to frolic in that even more. I think that with a lot of the energy that's floating in, and with this allowing and this less resistance and this letting go, it's really pushing us into that greater than my earthbound essence. And I loved when I channeled those words. I just loved it so much. We don't have to get involved in things that no longer serve us. And there's a deeper acceptance into that. So, as you process the next upcoming days, just take a couple of little notes on how you feel about certain things. It may be subtle. It may be like, yeah, so what? Right? That's kind of how it feels to me. Yeah, so what? Right? Like it has that less of abrasive resistance. I need to get involved. It has a less, I'm good now. That's kind of how it felt. I'm good now, right? I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that anymore. I'm good now. That's how it felt to me with that energy that came in. feeling the changes of bliss and the desire to go take action with what you truly want and your desires and your growth, that's being served up on a beautiful platter. Now there's I'm just going to answer this message. The bus did come, so I'm just going to, sorry you guys, I it's important that I respond. There we go. Okay. So I feel with this, I love this new energy, says Aaron. Yeah, and Tamara's a lot of letting go. I'm grateful for the less resistance. Yesterday I had quite the crap day. Right now I'm like lost. So shall I just kind of lean into that letting go space, and that it's okay to feel, and it's okay to let go, and it's okay, things, sometimes things are showing us where things need to shift, and just kind of ask yourself, that is the universe showing me what I need to let go of? Because sometimes it presents itself in a little bit of turbulence energy, and we just need to say, okay, I need to let go. I'm getting mine ready for the bus in a minute, Lana. No worries. Thank you very much, Aaron. I appreciate that. Um, and I think as humans, when you think about how we struggle to hold on, like whether it be in friendships, relationships, or situations, we struggle to hold on. We're really being pushed into that letting go, that shoulder shrugging. Watch, just take note. Just remember that I said it. Are you feeling a little less? And I don't want to use the word I don't care, but I feel like it's like, yeah, it is what it is. Perhaps that's a better way of putting it. I'm okay with it is what it is. I'm okay to watch from here. I'm okay to step back. There has that kind of feeling in it. And I really feel that this is just like scraping the surface of the energy that's coming over the next couple weeks. Embrace it. Truly embrace it. I love it so much. And a few physical things that may be popping up over you the next couple of days. We talked a little bit on Monday about headaches. I think the headaches with the energy that's drifting around may continue for probably up until maybe Friday or Saturday. Some sleep issues, sleeping either really deep or sleeping not at all. There's like a no middle ground there with the sleep that's also going to surface, and some achiness. There's a little bit of achiness and some joints and some shoulder issues. It's just energy that's moving through. So that's kind of going to I've had headache and sleep issues. Yeah, there you go, Tamara. It's the energy. Just kind of visualize like a wave from the ocean, just kind of like washing that energy. You're just tuning into it. There we go. My shoulder and back. Yeah. And, there you go. Our physical bodies do respond to the energy that's around. So, I always like to acknowledge it, and I also like to give it permission to flow through. And sometimes, the energy can be pushing us to just slow down and take a rest and enjoy the energy. I'm really going to make sure that my schedule has time to enjoy this energy. That whole take action, it's time for me. It's time to do it. It's time to change. It's time to let go. It's time to move, and taking it from that blissful space of it's okay. It's so okay. And it's so okay that I need to let that go. There's a bliss with that. So try and feel that. Try and allow yourself to navigate through that a little bit. Um, and if you had a chance to sit out of that full moon last night, I'm just curious if you had a deeper sense of wow, a deeper sense of peace. Was there a deeper? Because I feel like we went deeper with this energy last night. It just felt like a deep dive, and it's glorious. All right, so throw some questions at me here about what I've talked about, and then I'm going to scroll up. And grab some questions. Matriarch astrology. Hi, Lana. I have had lots of paranormal things happen to me this week with the Pisces eclipse. I dreamt of Christmas time being significant. Any insight from spirit? Um, well, number one, with the energy high, spirit activity can be high as well. You're 100% right. I also feel that your openness has shifted. So I feel that with our let me ask you this: has there been even a subtle change in what you're allowing yourself the magic to connect to? I feel like there's been some growth there. I feel like there's been a deeper there, and I feel like your awareness to a time being significant. I always journal that. I just feel something significant at Christmas. I need just journal it. I do feel positive with it when I lean into there, but I just need you to journal it. All right, I'm going to scroll back up to the top. Good to see everybody here. Good to see you all. Finally catch one of your lives. It's good to have you here in the live. How do I unblock my third eye? It feels like it's wrapped up in a blanket, so hard to hear anything. Janine, quite often, it's just about allowing. It's, the third eye is there. All your spiritual senses are there, and it's about allowing them to develop. So one thing that really helps with that is, and some people kind of wrinkle their nose when I mention the word meditation, quieting your mind, just simply allowing and breathing, just inserting that a little bit, Janine, into your daily routine. I just need to be silent and just be. Sometimes we kind of get into a resistance and allowing our own spidey senses to develop. It's all in there. It's all there. It's just about allowing that connection to happen and just kind of tapping into that blissfulness. A little bit of talk that will help you, Janine, is kind of I'm gonna kind of say remove the word blocked. So I know, so just kind of say, I know my awareness and my senses are available to me, and I'm open to tap into that. I try, the words that we use sometimes can affect us. Like words like I'm stuck, blocked. Those have an energy of holding you back. When you kind of flip it a little bit, I'm learning how to tap into it. I know that it's there and I'm learning. Do you see how different that feels? I'm just going to sit quietly and allow things to come. What do I know? What do I need to know? Or I'm just going to breathe. There's a little bit of that kind of helps, what kind of go with the flow. I'm learning how to tap in, right? It just shifts that blocked energy, because it, it has its own energy, right? It's blocked, it's blocked, it's blocked. I can't tap in, I can't tap in. You see the difference there, Janine? Just give yourself some quiet time. The physical, I talked about this in my mentoring class last night with my intro group. The physical world is very loud, and it's very distracting, and it's very, look here, take a break from a few things, don't scroll as much on social media, just kind of close your eyes and breathe, lay on the ground and watch the clouds float by, kind of tap into where the trees are and just kind of listen to the trees. That will deepen your connection to all of your spiritual senses, not just here. I hope you found that helpful. Grateful. Okay, I'm grateful for resistance and ease. Yeah, me too. Been working a lot on letting go. I love this new energy that's coming. Aaron, I love it. It is delicious. I was messaging, I couldn't figure out why. I was so excited yesterday. And I was messaging my, Kim, and I was like, oh, Kim, I'm so excited. I just feel this excitement. And I was like, I don't know why I'm excited, but I'm excited. I love that. I love that. And even with myself, this last couple of days, it has been a lot for me of, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with stepping back. I'm okay with what needs to fall away. I have felt that myself. It was like I'm so okay with it. Like, yeah. I love it so much. I've been working on letting go too. A lot of letting go. Good job, you guys. I'll be getting mine ready for the, okay, I read that one. Sorry. I'm getting something with wings for me. Love that for you, Shy. Shoulder and back, a lot of aches, a lot of aches and headaches. I hope, so this is from Rachel. I hope you're having a good week. I'm decorating my place and changing my space into a calm oasis. The stream in the background, and I'm painting. I love that, Rachel. Well done. And I think, our living space, when you kind of look at it from that sacred space and that energy of bliss, I love that so much. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow for my lymph nodes that have been swollen for over a month now. Do you feel like it's something I should be worried about, or do my guides have anything to say? So I feel, and I know you know this, I'm not a doctor. I know you know that. But I do feel like I need to, I agree with getting the medical community to have a look. I don't have a panic feeling though, but I feel like I have to say, yeah, it's time to look into this, right? But I don't feel like there's anything major going on. But I feel like I have to say, follow the medical path, if that makes sense there for you. But I really don't feel like I don't have big worry. I feel like I just have to, like, trust and follow. I have, so PJ, Len, I love plants so much. Any hint of a past life as a medicine woman, or maybe, oh, yes. PJ, when you tap into that juice yourself, I think you have a deep knowing that there is a past life connection there. I lean into very deeply with like herbs and more of that medicine energy, but I also feel that it um you were part of developing something with that. Like, I feel like there's a part of you that was involved in a development. And I'm not quite sure. And I also see a lot of garlic around you, PJ, when I lean in there. So perhaps you were involved in some of the antibiotic creations. Um, I also feel when it comes to plants, PJ, is there also like a herb connection or a garlic connection? I'm smelling garlic really, really strong as well around me as I connect into there. I also feel like I need to say be playful with that, PJ. Explore that deeper connection. Perhaps I also see a dehydrator. So have you been considering like making your own peppermint tea leaves or anything there that you're dehydrating as well? I feel like there's something that's just kind of mulling around there with some ideas. It was Aaron, it was more of a full moon, mesmerizing than usual. It's that bliss, right? There was a blissfulness last night that was profound. I mean, I'm a big moon person, and I love a full moon. But I agree, Aaron. There was just something about last night's moon that was just intensely beautiful. My awareness and my connection to it was deeper. The moon last night was amazing. I was in awe. Yeah, there it is. It's the blissfulness. I love garlic. Oh, there we go. I bought one. I want a dehydrator. PJ, there's something there that I mean that is that is some interesting validation. I just feel like I've got to say play in that, just kind of play in, dehydrated things, or maybe make your own teas or herbs. Or I feel like that's ancient knowledge. The garlic for me is really interesting because I tied that garlic to being a connection to creating something. So I don't know all of my history medicines, but I think garlic was tied into natural antibiotics and stuff, right? So I feel like you were part of something in that. Mandy, good morning, sweet friend. Moon was glorious. Mandy, I'm curious on this whole feeling with you with this cosmic reset. I'm not sure when you joined the live, but have you been feeling, Mandy, since yesterday or even earlier, this blissful energy of taking action and this deeper than my earthbound essence? I feel like I just need to ask you that. Have you been really tapping into that? Good to see you. Some of you are joining in. It's good to see you. Now I'm sad I missed the full moon. I went to bed pretty quickly last night because I was tired. Shy, the energy is still there. Feel into the energy, right? Some areas, may have had cloud coverage and weren't able to see it. It's the energetic thing. It's the feel into the energy. It's still around us. The essence of that is still here. I'm making garlic tea today for my scratchy throat. Aaron, this is getting crazy. This is fun. I I love that, Aaron. 100%. This is some validation that there is an ancient knowledge there within you. 100%. Garlic tea. Aaron, you'll have to just put it in the comment section for all of us here on how you do it. You just chop the garlic and put it in hot water. How do you do it? Mandy, 100% since Sunday look at that in my women's circle. Do a to do a second New Year's reset, looking back at August and January and August, setting new intentions for the rest of the year. It was so powerful, extremely powerful. And I'm going to be honest with you, I was literally in awe and a little bit taken back on the powerhouse of that energy that flowed through and the channeling that I did, the warm, sincere, that is enforced. It's a sincere energy that's really being enforced, and this feeling of bliss. It's this blissful feeling, and literally, we talked, Mandy. I mentioned your name earlier. Remember, Mandy, when you said no more F's to give on Monday? It ties into that. It's just that allowing space, that higher power, and claiming it. Right? It's just like, yeah, don't really care. And I mean that from a loving space. It's like I'm good now. I'm good now, right? So I feel with that, it's going to flow into things that used to really bother us or trigger us or really put us in that defense mechanism. I feel like this blissful energy. It's like, yeah, it is what it is. And I just literally had to sway my body in that. I had to sway. I was like swaying, and it's like so blissful, and I feel so good. I want to bottle that, it's so powerful, you guys. But one thing, and Mandy, I'll get you to put in, or anybody, doesn't be Mandy, but anybody who wants to chime in. I also want to talk about being open to receive that, right? We've got to meet this energy. So we got to meet it, right? So there's that space too. I've got to sit in that now. I've really got to kind of embrace that and not push it back or not. I really have to sit in it. We have to meet it. right, Mandy? And the victim volume is giving way to consciousness, heart honoring, aligned empowerment. And Mandy, absolutely. Absolutely, but we have to meet in it, right? We have that choice. Yes, your intention is is very necessary. Yeah, absolutely. We have to dance with that energy. So, as you kind of working through some stuff, and as you kind of go through your own cosmic reset and these feelings of bliss and the desire to move forward, you have to be part of that. You have to take the action. That's the take action, right? That's I'm going to do it. Whatever it is, I'm going to align with it. It's so important, and I just love how easy it's flowing in. There just seems this ease. Otherwise, some of us students were experiencing a lot of anxiety, but it was just resistance. Yeah, resistance, Manny, very good point, and thank you for sharing that. Not realizing their own power. The power within you, it's always been there, and it's being able to tap into it and allow it and to flow with it and to nurture it and nurturing ourselves in that bliss, right? And we're always learning. So remember, if you struggle a little bit, we're learning. But there is just this. I'm telling you right now, this cosmic reset is serving up a glorious opportunity, right? Glorious opportunity. And even for myself, like there were moments, what day was that? It was yesterday. So I got an email yesterday on something, and I literally found myself, yeah, okay, I really don't, I'm really okay with that. I'm not getting involved. Something was changing. I just simply allowed it to change. I just felt, and then I sat and talked to myself. I thought, holy smokes, this time last year, I would have been with this is what I feel and this is what I think. And I was just like, I'm going to watch from back here. And I was so okay with it. It was like peace. I found peace in something that needed to change where before I would have held on tighter, right? And it's the desire to let go and not hold on so tight. And I feel like the more that we kind of tap into that, the more that we will learn and grow with it. Okay. Tia, what are some signs you have a spirit around you? I've had some feelings, someone in my home at the moment, but don't know if I'm imagining it. Well, quite often, and it does change, Tia. So, and thank you very much for posting your question. So, it does change, but the first thing that comes up is that what you described, that feeling, that awareness, that sensation, that knowing. I can feel that presence and that energy. You're tapping into it, and that is for you. That is your sign. And I feel though, with the energy that's coming around, I feel that it I feel that it has to kind of make a presence in order to kind of get your attention. I also feel, Tia, that this energy is very, very supportive. I feel like a gentle. I feel like a lean on me, and I'm even hearing that song "Lean on Me." So I feel like I have to say, lean into that energy. I know you're here to support me and guide me. I feel like I need to lean in on that. Your comment about I don't know if I'm imagining it is a very, very, very common statement because you're working through a little bit of real, not real. Perhaps I don't feel much fear there in you, but I feel like you're learning about energy, and you're learning that you're feeling it, and it. I can tell you, I think every single one of my mentoring students have either said, "What if I'm imagining it?" or "What if I'm making this up?" Right? So, and fair enough. But when you lean in it and allow it, when you just kind of lean it, I feel so much support. I also feel, Tia, that you've been asking for some support and some energy to help you through something. So I feel like you're getting that answer. Other signs maybe sometimes it comes in as a smell. Repeat numbers quite often resonate with people with a supportive energy around them. Nickels, dimes, pennies, finding any coins can be another significant. There's so many signs, numbers on license plates, and there's a lot of energy that can get our awareness to. I always say to people, trust how you feel. If your spidey senses are saying, I've got a spirit guide or an energy that's here to support me, I'm going to trust it. Tia, I have recently. Yeah. So it makes sense that it's supportive. It's very, very, very supportive energy. And I feel like it's like you've asked and I'm here to support. And that's how it feels like. Uh, okay. I lost my spot here a minute. I feel like I have moments of ease, then back to resistance, and I'm seeing patterns that I don't like about myself that I didn't see before. Awareness. So when you look at that self-awareness, so that is some self-awareness. I want you to kind of look at that a little bit different, just for a moment. When we have a moment I'm aware I have some old patterns or something that's within me that I need to take a look at. I didn't see that before. Those are aha moments. That's growth. You're tapping into some growth there. So I have moments of ease and then back to resistance. So if you're having moments of ease, you know how to ease, you know how to get out of resistance. So one thing that helps there is I'm aware of my resistance. I'm going to go back to ease, go back to the bliss. You know your way back, right? You know your way back. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's a great thing. Awareness. My awareness has shifted. I have more self-awareness. I'm aware I need to shift that. I'm aware I need to work on that. And let's all be brutally honest, every single one of us does, right? We do have things that we're working on. We are humans in a school. So we're here to learn, and I'm learning it, and I'm learning it. And I think being aware of the learning is the biggest piece. Once we have an awareness of whatever it is that we're learning that we need to change, that gives us back our personal power. Like we've just taken our power back. I know the way. I know the way. You see how different that feels there? Rachel, I feel you too. I just got back from a holiday and saw someone out of the corner of my eye. Don't know who it was, but they hitched a ride with us. I love that. I love that. I also feel you guys, I just want to kind of let me have a sip of my tea and a peek at the time. I've got a few more minutes. I also want to talk about so every one of you here, I mean, there are quite a few names that are here, weekly or a couple times a week. And when you think about what you've absorbed what you have absorbed and some of the teachings that have come off alive and in other parts of your spiritual journey as well, when you think about all those steps of your own personal growth, you have been opening up to the magic. When we open up to the magic, we start to have these incredible moments of energy out of the corner of our eyes. It's your connection is growing, and we're able to pick up more. Spirit may have been hitchhiking with you or picking up a ride from you, Rachel, for many, many years. And all of a sudden, you're connecting to them because you've been doing the work on opening and allowing and trusting. And this is why we have these lives, is to be able to grow and support and ask questions. And when you think about it, you're seeing your own growth with your awareness now, right? So, Rachel, do you notice, Rachel and Tia, that there's some less fear, or there's more of a knowing, or you're trusting even a little bit more? And because it feels like that in your comment, a little bit of a laugh. Like there's no like you're laughing there with the laughing emoji. That's your awareness. That is your growth. That is you tapping into what's always been there. It's always been there. Always. You've always come here as a brilliant, loving soul with all of that knowledge, always right there. And now you're growing it, tapping into it, nurturing it, loving it, learning from it. It's awareness, it's growth forward. And with this cosmic reset, it's going to be a great big push. So for all of you who are feeling new things and tapping into that and trusting it more, what a beautiful time to be here. I am so excited with this energy that's coming through. And I think that, because life is always going to throw us stuff. Like let's kind of talk about that. The feeling of bliss and that feeling of trust and that feeling of love, it's going to help us go through what we're going through, right? It's going to give us that strength. We're going to be faced with lessons, but I feel that message, that reinforcement feeling that we are far greater than our earthbound essence, I feel that is going to help us grow through our experiences, right? We still have to go through them. I myself included, I'll be like, I'll look up at, I always look up and I'll say, really? I'll say, really? And they're like, yep. And I'll be like, all right, come with me while I learn through this one. It's going to be a big one. You see the difference? Like it just has a different feeling. Yeah, we're going to have to go through our lessons, and things are going to come up, and even for myself, I will say, I don't know why I look up, but I'll look up and I'll say, you didn't warn me. They'll be like, yeah, we did here, and here. Yeah, I didn't see it. Or no warning was required. You need to experience this. Right. That's the other side of it too, is we don't always get the big beautiful heads up. This is coming at us, because we need to learn and grow through it. Right. And that's one thing that I've really learned to embrace because I take everything to spirit. And sometimes I'll be like, okay, here's my question. What do I do with this? And it's like radio silence. And I'll be like, guys. And I chuckle and and then I get the awareness of, okay, this is I have to go through it. They're beside me, they're with me, but they're not going to answer because I have to figure it out. Right. There's that. And I take it with such humor and with such love and such, an opportunity to grow. There we go. Okay, let's see where the questions are. Um Someone was walking around our holiday home. Oh, I love that so much. I have recently, so it makes sense that it's supportive. Okay, I read that one. Sorry. Um, Definitely, it's very fun to explore, and yes, definitely more knowing. I'm not scared. Yeah, yeah, it's a knowing. It's just, you just have a different knowing. Mandy, thanks for answering shy. The overwhelm is trying to understand what to do with your power all at once. Start with one spiritual practice and ground it into. And when you're ready, take the next step. Yeah, and Mandy, you made a really good point. There are times we can't take it all on. We can't, we've got to kind of take it one step at a time and really kind of put our energy into one space. I love that. Thank you so much, Mandy, for all that support. Crystal Hearted Dragon. Hi, Lana. Love and blessings to you. May I ask if Spirit has a message for me? I feel I could really use some guidance. Thank you. Um, Let me just kind of lean in there for a moment. So when I tap into that crystal hearted dragon, I feel like my trust is wobbly. I feel like I've had some experience with just the trust is rattled. And I feel like I've got to come in and trust and give you, I'm going to say, give you some support or give you some validation on you can trust yourself. You can go deeper with that trust. I feel like I have to kind of like just very lovingly and gently put you there with trusting yourself. And I feel like the word permission, I feel like I've got to say, spirits really kind of I give you permission. And I'm gonna let you, decide as to where that connects to, but I feel like I've got to give you permission, whether that be permission to let go or just permission to allow. They're giving you that word. They're also writing acceptance for me. So, and what's really interesting here, Crystal Hearted Dragon, is they're writing for me. They're writing on it. Usually they write on a chalkboard in white. They're writing with like lights, like a light pen. It's like a light pen that they're writing on me, and I can see it in light. So I feel like I've got to kind of tap into all of that glorious energy within you with the acceptance and with the trusting and with it's all. And I think that, there's been many situations where you haven't put yourself first in that honoring energy. And I feel like I've got to say, spend some time in there, with this brightness, with your, oh, I just figured out the light. They're writing with your own inner light. It's your light that they're writing to me with. So I love that. So I feel like I've got to kind of, like put you into that your own heart space, your own inner light, your own trust, all of that within you. I feel like I've got to say, come on home. Come, welcome home. Come on in. And that's kind of how I need to kind of embrace that there. Good morning, sister. Good to see you here, Kathy. Love you so much. Okay, I'm gonna grab a few more. Um, Thank you, Linda. Can you pick a page from your spirit animal book for me? Much love. I'm going to do one for the collective, and you can all tap in with your own intentions of what you need to hear, and we'll all do that in a few moments. We'll do it as a collective because I have to get going. Luckily, I'm working from on Zoom today from home, so I find a lot of other. I find a lot of others' messages sounds like they could be a message for me too. Absolutely. So, Diane, when we come here on the lives, it's all about the community and the collective too. And so we are all parallel here, going through things together in the physical world. So yes, I have got people that email me or message me and say, Lanny, you said it to somebody else, but wow, it was really impactful on me. We're here to what we need, and even with the messages that I channel, I always say to spirit, what do we need to know? Right. So absolutely, Diane. What if it if I'm speaking to somebody else directly and it resonates with you too, please absorb that, right? Absolutely, it's a serving up for all. And we all kind of go through certain themes, like we're all here at a certain timeline, right? So we're all here together, September 2024, going through similar energies. So a lot of the words or the examples will be like, holy cow, yeah, that really resonates with me. Right. So, and that's part of the reason as well. All right, you guys. Thanks, Rubab, for sending us all love and light. Tabitha, hi, Lana. About 25 years ago, I heard a voice say Tab, which is my nickname. It scared me. I wasn't as spiritually aware then. Do you feel it was real? Who was it? Um, Tabitha, I even called you that. Absolutely. And sometimes there can be that whole fearful space, especially when we're dealing with old programming, right? And sometimes things really do catch us off guard. I get jump scared every now and again with spirit too, especially if I'm not in that channeling space or spiritual space. I feel it. Number one, I feel that it was your spirit council calling you. That we're here when you need us. That's where I feel that came from. It was like we're here when you're ready. And when you look back at your own spiritual growth, I think you've leaned in there many of times with that deep, deep inner knowing. I want you to feel these words and just kind of like absorb, pick it up if it resonates with you. Um, you're all doing your very best in this time space, in our earthbound essence, and you are learning and growing, and you are a divine ball of light. And I want you to feel into that heart space and just feel that bliss, feel that energy, feel the cosmic reset, feel that peace, feeling into that. Right? Just take a moment. And this is a moment you can always come back to into feeling that energy, right? We just pausing the physical world long enough to feel it. That's delicious. Ooh. I even feel, I even feel like within me, like I just feel, and when I do a lot of self reflection, I just feel like this excitement and this energy and this I don't got, it is what it is at such a beautiful volume. I love it. I love it. All right. Okay. Here we go. What do we need to know here? Chimpanzee. Use your imagination to create a fresh approach to a problem solving the situation before you. You have everything you need in order to tackle the responsibilities and tasks that you're faced with. Let go. hmm, Let go of any remaining anger or resentment and forgive the person you've recently had a conflict with. That can also be yourself, right, guys? Adjust your diet to a healthy one naturally and organic. Adjust your diet to one of healthy, natural, and organic foods. It's better to ignore some of the things that are going on around you that would otherwise cause you considerable disturbance. This is a good time for self assessment and self reflection, acknowledging your strengths, limitations, and positive and negative characteristics without judgment. Wow, we talked about that. We talked about most of this. I love that so much. Right, the whole stepping back, that allowing spot. Adjust your diet. And adjusting our diet can also be, and I've been tapping a little bit more into this too, of more the intuitive eating, right? That intuitive eating. I think I want to add that today to my diet. So being able to kind of allow and go with the flow with that. My current tactic is awareness and intention in public and giving myself extra rest because tiring and learning to how I feel at home by myself, especially during meditation. I love that so much, you guys. All right. I'll be here on Friday. I know I didn't get to everybody, but I did my best, and time is ticking away. Um, I'll be here on Friday for. I think we'll just kind of do an ask the medium, and I'll do an energy update with it, or just kind of check in with all of you with this cosmic reset feeling. It's going to be very similar feeling. Like go deeper in it. Go deeper. As always, I'm wishing you love, light, blessings, and have a spirit guided day. Take care, you guys.